Welcome to 24 Willie Mays Plaza, the home of the Giants and Oracle Park. The show brings you the game of the week. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And today's starter, Dustin May. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
First pitch, 5 o'clock.
Come on, Big Red.
In there at the knees. That's strike one. Fights it off. He'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Yoshida sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away. We take a check of the Pirates lineup put together by manager Derek Shelton. This has been a good, productive lineup so far this year, currently ranking among the better teams in terms of total hits and runs per game.
Well, you know, this lineup sees it as very important to put the ball in play, Boog. I mean, this is an age where strikeouts are up so high and guys are swinging and missing, going for the fences, but if you can increase that contact rate, you can be a dangerous club. You get more guys on base, and then all of a sudden, when that big swing comes through, you're plating more runs. So we'll see if this pitcher can get some soft contact, let the defense work behind him.
On the ground, right side. Whips it to first. And that's an out.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 10, Brian.
Two down, bases empty. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Reynolds.
Let's go, Big Red.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
Looks like he sacrificed to pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
And a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Oracle Park. And on the mound for Pittsburgh in this one, Johan Oviedo.
Well, he's allowing just over one base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So it just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Shohei Ohtani, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. There's a strike.
One ball, one strike.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Sawinski makes the grab. One away. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. Of course, one of the best players in the game today, Derek Jeter.
Now, this is a player that's, hit over 300 for his career in terms of batting average. And being able to do that, that is extremely good bat-to-ball skills that he's had for a long time. He's just got a real consistent approach, uses all fields, and he's got a game plan when he comes to the plate. So let's just keep our eyes on him. I think it's pretty hard to take your eyes off of him.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Next pitch misses outside, and that is ball one. One out, bases empty. Popped up right side. Gonzalez puts it away for the out, and there's two down.
Batting third, the center fielder, Cash.
Two outs, bases empty. Stepping in, Ken Griffey Jr. That one catches the zone. Strike one. Two outs, bases empty. Outside with a breaking ball.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Almost got him. This one in the air. Gonzalez drifts towards it. Drops into the glove. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Scoreless after one. Back here in San Francisco. Second inning set to go. May in his 6th season, 27 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. May back to work. There's a strike, 95 of that one.
As a pitcher, you don't want to throw him get me over fastballs just for strikes. You really need to command your pitches to this guy at the plate.
And that one is downstairs. And now it's even 1-1. Rusty Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty is his actual name or just a nickname.
Yeah, no clue. And that one fouled off.
Anyways, Rusty's got a good zone, very good on the corners of the plate, but he'll give pitchers a little bit above the letters and below the knees if they're earning it.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Strike him out.
That one ripped right center field. And that gets down into the gap. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got a leadoff double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And stepping in is the speedy Nick Gonzalez. Outside low, 1-0. Bart at second with nobody out. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. May ready to fire now. That one fouled off. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Line to left. Yoshida makes the grab, one away. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jack Sawinski, the next Pirate to hit.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
And that one pulled foul.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
May delivers. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
You know, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
Runner at second here, one gone.
Punch him out.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
Strike him out.
Man at second. He goes down looking.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Here's Adam Frazier in there at the knees, and that is strike 1. That's to third. Fair ball. Bart rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay throw. He's safe, and it's 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
2 outs, runner at first. Jared Triolo now at the plate.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Bottom of the second. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Late with the swing there. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Seeing if he could get Judge to chase right there. Now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Judge rips that one. Sawinski under this one. Makes the grab, one down.
Batting fifth, the first baseman,
Freddie Freeman up to the dish.
Freeman.
Freeman went deep in his most recent game. First pitch misses. And another ball. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Banks off the wall. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
One out, runner at second. And here's the catcher, Will Smith. 2 for 7 in the series so far. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And a breaking ball misses outside. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Freeman leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Ground ball scooped up. Ke'Bryan Hayes fires across the diamond. That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base. Here's Max Muncy.
Batting seventh, the third baseman,
Muncy matched a homer in his last game. Muncy hits one in the air. Reynolds gets under it, stretches out and hauls it in. So the Dodgers leave one. They trail here 1-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. That one at 95 missed up top, and it's 1-0. And there's a ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
May fires. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And a pitch off the plate, and that's ball 3. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. It's a leadoff double to start the third.
Solid double down the line, and that was a pretty decent pitch that he just turned on. Not really out over the plate. It was inside, but he was more than ready to get that bat through the zone.
Here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, fly to left his first time. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
The 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Upstairs. No outs. Runner on second. To the right side. Takes it himself and one away in the top of the third.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Foul ball there. Runner on at third, one gone. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
1 strike.
And that's down and away.
Punch him out!
That's a base hit. Run scores.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Brian Reynolds here. He's 0 for 1. In there for strike 1. In the dirt. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Man at first, one away. Runner takes off. On the ground to third. To Jeter. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. Bottom of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Derek Jeter. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
The 1-2. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees.
Batting ninth, the left fielder.
Masataka Yoshida steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That clips the zone. That's strike one. And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Bart collects, fires to first, gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Here's some real power at the plate. Shohei Ohtani. And there's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And that just misses.
That pitch was pretty borderline at the top of the zone, and he's not digging the call out there on the mound. Clearly pretty frustrated, so he's going to have to collect himself a little.
That one blasted deep to right. That's back there. And that one is off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
He was all over that one. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Here's Mookie Betts. He popped out his first time. Ball one, no strikes.
1-0.
Ohtani at second with 2 down. And that is out of play. Turns and fires to Betts. And a foul ball. That one misses. 2-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. Hit on the ground to short. Connor Falefa sends it to first. Inning over. 1 left for LA, and they're down 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Joey Bart. Fouled off left side.
You know, these Pirates doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Steps on first for the out.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Nick Gonzalez, the next Pirate to hit.
Ball, outside.
One down, base is empty. That's off the inside corner. And the count is 2-0. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Here's a rocket out to left. Hauls it in, 2 away. Two down, base is empty. Jack Sawinski digs in now. His first at bat was a strikeout. Just missed. Next pitch misses. Now 2-0. That clips the corner.
Oh, you just got to tip your cap on that take right there. I mean, that's not the location you're hoping for and looking to do damage in a 2-0 count.
Outside low. Now 3-1.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
The 3-1. That one to first. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw comes in too late, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. Adam Frazier, the next Pirate to hit. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. May over to first. And he's back in safely. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two outs. That's outside. 2-0. Inside, just missed.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That pitch in for a strike. 3-1. May comes set. That one's in there. And now 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. And they'll do it again. Strike 3-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. And he deals. And it's fouled off.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not. That one almost got him.
balls. 2 strikes.
Out there to center. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Judge, the next to hit, takes high for ball 1. And that one fouled off. Pitch misses there. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
His 3rd of the game.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Freeman.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. Doubled his first time. And that's in there for strike 1. Moved to first, and he's back safely. Junior leads off first with 1 away. Sliced hard but foul.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Smith at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
1 strike.
Well, strike 1 is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
And that one lifted in the air center field. And that ends the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. May back to work. And it's fouled away. Triolo goes 6 feet 3 inches, 210 pounds. Usually a second baseman, but today he's starting at first. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, not too big of an adjustment. He's been on the same side of the field as the first baseman. Now just kind of moving over there and gets an opportunity to see what his range is to his right.
And that one is lifted in the air. Griffey on his horse. And a quick out, number 1.
The third baseman, number 13, Ke'Bryan.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Ke'Bryan Hayes. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Nevada, the shortstop, Isaiah.
So the lineup flips over. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Bucks go down quietly, but they hold the 2-0 lead. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
That one missed.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
That missed by a lot. And the count is even, 2-2. Now a screamer into the outfield. But foul. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Derek Jeter steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that misses. And that's ball 1. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And it's into the gap. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And next for L.A., Masataka Yoshida. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 1 out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. He's trying for third. Cut on and miss. Throw, and they got him. Checks his swing. Now would appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
And that's off the inside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. Finishes it off with the tag to end the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. Kirby Yates gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Pitch misses. Ball one. Yates, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. Up and in, and that's ball two. Foul ball. And misses inside. He swings and fouls one off. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Lined into right. Judge calls it in, and there's one away.
The left fielder, number 10.
Brian Reynolds getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Laser could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll reach second with one away.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
One out, runner at second. And here is Joey Bart, 1 for 2. In the air, left field. Yoshida settles underneath it. Makes the catch. That's out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Nick Gonzalez.
So 2 down now, and here is Nick Gonzalez. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Reynolds stands at second with 2 gone. Swinging a foul out of play. Man on second, 2 down. There's the strike, 95 of that one. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Another 1-2. Just misses with that one.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Cut on and miss, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Pirates leave 1, but they're on top 2-0. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Caleb Ferguson.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the power speed combo. Shohei Ohtani. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And fastball misses outside for a ball. And it's 2-0. In the air, right field, Frazier. And he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Now it's Mookie Betts.
Betts.
Close, but called a ball. And that is ball one. Fouled off down the right side. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a pop-up. Gonzalez snags it for the second out.
The center fielder, number 25, Ken Griffey.
Now a chance for Ken Griffey Jr. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Rocketed out towards right center. And that is that. Dodgers down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Top of inning number 7. Now at the plate, Jack. New pitcher for the Dodgers, number 86. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Swing and a miss, strike one.
As a left-handed hitter, you kind of expect that breaking ball from the lefty, so you just want to track it and get an idea because you know it's going to come into play later in the at-bat.
Up the middle, gets to it with a slide, gathers and throws, and they get the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent, the arm strength was there, and of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Adam Frazier will hit next. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. And that's outside. And the count 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Swings and misses. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout. These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
At the plate, Ke'Bryan Hayes just missed. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. David Bednar.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Judge up to hit for the third time as he lays off inside, ball one. Ground ball scooped up. Ke'Bryan Hayes slings to first. One away. Big time out leading off the home seven.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Freeman in the box again. Takes a strike.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
One down, base is empty. And takes low for ball one.
One ball, one strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away now.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. And ball one. In the air to left down the line. Reynolds sizes this one up and makes the grab. And that is that. Back here at Oracle Park, we go to the 8th, and now to the mound now. They turn to Blake Trinan.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And a base hit up the middle. And the leadoff man aboard.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Isaiah.
And now the Pirates leadoff man, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. 0 for 3 in this one. And the sweeper is off the plate. Trinan in his 11th season, 36 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Kansas. And a ground ball to first, And that's just foul. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Hayes on at first, nobody out. This to center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count. Up against it with 2 strikes right there. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Here's Tommy Pham. First pitch, and he just misses. First and second, no outs, and we're in the top of the 8th. Now 1 out to right. Bounces over the wall and foul ground. It's an automatic double. And a run comes in to score.
Well, everyone is thinking, Ed, would the runner have scored from first if the ball stayed in the park? We'll never know, but they do get a run across with a chance to do more damage in the inning.
Brian Reynolds. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot.
Now pitching for the
So they
Dodgers,
turn to their closer,
number
Tanner
62.
Scott.
Power slider guy, Bird. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
A little out front there as he swings through it. And he hits a ground ball right side down the line, and it's foul.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touched it.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Joey Bart, 1 for 3. Fought off foul. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 1-1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Next one misses, and now 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. 1 run across. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 5-0.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. That one's in there, 0-1. One out and a runner at second. This one in the dirt. And there's a ball. Still only one out here in the inning. Up the middle, Betts tosses to first, and there's two away.
The batter, the center fielder, Jack.
And now the center fielder, Jack Sawinski. That one outside, 1-0.
1-0.
Slider misses outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That one fouled off. Runner at third, two away. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Caught him looking for the K. Bottom of the eighth. Here comes Max Muncy.
The third baseman, Max Muncy.
Bednar back to work. Curveball over for a called strike.
No ball. One strike.
Swing and a miss. That's strike two.
No balls. Two strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Stays alive. Good eye right there. And that one misses up and in.
2-2.
The count now 2-2. And foul ball.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. In time to get him. One away on the strikeout.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice two-strike pitch, though.
And now the shortstop, Derek Jeter. Out to short, Connor Falefa. Slings to first in time.
Now batting, the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ground ball right side. Gonzalez to first in time. And the inning is over. Dodgers go down quietly, still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. And first offering is fouled off. Ball 1 there. Swing and a ball popped up. Jeter on his way over. And in foul ground, he pulls it down. 1 out. Up next. And Dave Roberts is out of the dugout, and he's going to pull his.
Now pitching.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Craig Kimbrell. He last pitched 2 days ago. Close, but call the ball. Ball 1. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Judge makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Key Brian Hayes, the next to hit. Now a check swing grounder to first, and that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Pirates, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Colin Holderman. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-0. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a ball evens the count. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. And a good start to the inning.
Everything came together for him. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So a man at first. Here's Mookie Betts now. The sweeper catches the low part of the zone for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And Mookie takes. That one lifted to left. Reynolds gets under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. Ken Griffey Jr. steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's a guy who does it all.
Junior.
First pitch misses. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, but he beats it. Good hustle, and the inning continues. So it's their last chance in this one. Aaron Judge digs in now. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. There's a strike at the knees. Off the mark there. And the count even 1-1.
One strike.
Outside. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Here is Freddie Freeman. That's in there. 0-1. And that one fouled off. Holderman is just one strike away, and that's outside. First and second, 2 down here in the last half of inning number 9. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
That one just misses.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
And that'll load the bases.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
And the Pirates manager making his way to the mound now as he will make the move. Colin Holderman done for the night, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some.
Now pitching for
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Dennis Santana.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Here's the catcher, Will Smith. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. First pitch just misses.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some
Popped up. Connor Falefa. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates salvage the finale of this 3-game series.
Definitely one of the easiest saves you'll ever see. He only needed 2 pitches to get this one. Can be efficient, can attack the hitter. That's what the manager wants to see. That's what his teammates want to see. Nice W.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us for the Game of the Week.